Hi, this is Robert Tube. Today on theHunter COTW DEVS, and we're doing a bit of hunting for some monster diamond mule deer, doing some grinding for the next great one. But the video is about Ask the COTW Devs questions. It's just been live on the official theHunter COTW DEVS Discord. I'm going to go over some of the 48 questions asked and answered in great detail. And you'll gonna want to listen to some of these replies because there's some great questions asked and there's some great answers answered, and a lot of it is about new content, future content, updates coming, you know what I mean, the whole shebang. So we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna pick out some of my favorites from the questions asked while I'm doing a bit of hunting here at Skier Ridge, and let me know what you think in the comments. I'll leave the full list of the 48 questions in a document in a link in the video description. So if you want to go through every one, you can. Otherwise, I'll be here for 3 hours talking about it. But let's get straight into it, shall we? So, Ask the COTW Devs. We're having 2 dev question and answers for the next week. So, Ask the Devs, 1 burning question. 48 questions in total. So let's get into some of my favourites. Can we get a hint for the new map and new great one? Good question. Hints. For sure, our next update will be adding game feeders as recently announced, and there will be almost certainly a new great one skulking around for you to pursue. Are trail cams planned as a DLC in the future? We've been discussing the potential of trail cams for some time now, which is good to hear. I'm curious to hear what opportunities you feel exist for them, when you'd like to see them included in game. So it's nice, it's on their radar. They're definitely looking at implementing them in the game, which is good to hear. This is a good one because of the red deer tease we've seen, and everyone's been going crackers about the new image of a red deer. Will the red deer have a new great one furs and racks for this update? The base red deer model rework is not coming in the next update. Please look forward to it before the end of the year. Great news. Will there be a new map coming out this winter? Yes, we are working on a new map to be released this winter. I'm very excited to be revealing more about it soon. A lot of people was worried because of this new feeder update there won't be a new map. They've just confirmed there's definitely a new map still on course after this new feeder update and in this year, in probably December. Will feeders work on snow leopards? Now, that's an interesting question. The game feeder pack focuses mainly on herbivorous species, so you'll be able to attract things like deer, elk, moose, antelope, hogs and so on. But of course the ever opportunist bear species will be attracted too, so make sure you're prepared. Are you planning to release any new free content, which is a big question? We have some new free content that will be coming out this year that I think many will be excited for. So that's great news, and that's what these questions are all about. Will there be any more maps after the winter of 2025? That's a good question, thanks. Yes, it is a very short answer. We have a very long list of really cool potential reserves across the world, and I am personally really excited to share more in the future, which is good news. Looks like we've got plenty of ideas of where we're going. How many feeders can be placed on one map? You'll be able to place up to 8 in total per reserve in any combination. They're going to be doing a dev diary on feeders very shortly, so keep an eye out for that. Is there any animals that you guys don't want to make a great one for? That's a good question. No, there are no such animals in the game. We do want to diversify the great ones and cannot see the good reasons for not making more different animals into great ones over time. Will feed for feeders also be purchased like ammunition? Feeders will be topped up directly either by interacting with them in person, in the field, or using the map. so you won't need to carry around piles of feed in your inventory just to top them up, which is good. Now this one I found especially interesting. Any plans to add more vehicles to the game? Hey, we know that many people have been asking for a horse. What kind of vehicles would you like to see? Weird how he led with a horse, but that's very interesting indeed. What are the changes coming to the backpacks? Currently, wearing any of the backpacks makes it much easier for animals to both see and hear you, particularly at long ranges, 100 meters, 200 meters. After conducting a review of the gameplay impact, we felt that it was a bit too much. So backpacks will still increase your noise and visibility, but much less at long range than they currently do, and about the same at short ranges, which is a nice tweak. Will it cost a hunter in game to fill the feeders, and how often will this need to happen, or will you just place them and they will automatically be ready to use? You'll need to use credits to purchase feed after placing down a game feeder. The price will depend on the feed type you're loading in. I like this idea which someone just asked. I asked this question from 2 days ago, but I see no answer, so here it is again. Did you consider tackling other types of hunts, like driven hunts? I think a small map with a driven hunt positions will be an excellent addition to the game to break the pace from grinding normal hunts. This is such a good question. Thanks. With Salveson, we tried to make a smaller map to make a special hunt experience. We've learned a lot from that. Driven hunt is just one of many interesting hunting methods, and surely one of my personal favourites. We do not have it in our current development plans, but I love the suggestion for more unique maps, possibly even smaller maps to start with, and would love to discuss your expectations for those. Driven hunts could be really good in Call of Wild. Would it be possible to get a wild boar multi-mount? It's been the only species from the original base game that do not have one. That's almost 9 years ago now. Thanks for the suggestion. I love it. Going straight into the list of suggested multi-mounts, and as you mentioned, this is clearly missing. Stay tuned. Will the moose not have a population reset even if they have the new furs? They've talked about this recently. They get new fur variations. There are no plans to reset the moose populations in the next patch. Will there be different types of baits for the feeders? Yep, the box feeder and the post feeder can be both filled with either fortified pellet feed, which is a high protein, or our multigrain flake mix, which is a high in carbs. The bait barrel feeder can be filled with either meat scraps or super pungent sour fermented mash. It's pretty cool. Nice to know. This one made me chuckle. Are the community managers limited by what the development teams tell them, or do they know everything about the upcoming DLCs months in advance? We know all, but if you ask us, we'll play dumb. At least honest. There's a good one about great ones. In the developer's view, which species... In the developer's view... Sorry for that. Which species would be the hardest to make Great One species in your opinion? The limitations on making a Great One aren't really related to the species itself, but more to what our vision for what that Great One could be. Some Great Ones might have unique behaviours, like Great Ones being more aggressive than normal animals of that species, which require more AI programming work. Others might be more heavy on artwork if we want to do a lot of variations, so it's mostly just about what we imagine. This is one of my favourites and one I want. Have you guys ever considered adding trophy shots like in the Hunter Classic? It would be really nice to have photo frames in the lodges so you can put your trophy shots on the wall. Thanks a lot for the suggestion. I will bring it back to discuss as part of our future plans. It does not sit there currently. It is also part of real life hunting for sure. Nice to see they're considering it. Even after some patches, the snow geese hybrid trophy is not fixed. Will this be done soon so it isn't displayed with the standard plumage anymore? Expect those to be fixed with the next patch that accompanies the game feeder's release, which is good. How do you guys decide which animals get a great one? Is it by player request or whatever looks cool? Player requests always play a role in our decisions. We love hearing from you all and we do listen to you. Other than that, we want the Go to be in the new reserves and try to balance how many different reserves you will find them in and what other animals we have in the Go list. They do take considerably time to create, so what we want to do is make sure we carefully select the right animals. Please make sure to share your ideas with us so we can support your experiences the best way possible. Cheers. So there's some of my favourite questions and answers from the devs questions and answers, and like I said, if you want to read every one of the questions and answers we haven't covered, go into the video description. There's 48 questions on a notepad note I've copied down, and go through them. But yeah, lots of discussion there about new content coming. Must say it's very useful. Like I said, we get to learn a lot during these Q&As from the devs, and I must say very good information, and I can't wait to see what's coming next. We've got the new game feeder pack. I did a video on that yesterday. Check it out if you haven't already. Coming the 21st of October. We've got a new map confirmed. That's going to be probably coming December as well. So exciting times for the Hunter Colorado. So I'm Robert Tube. We've been hunting at Askia Ridge. We've been getting diamond mule deers while I've been talking about new questions from the devs. Nice new rare melanistic mallard from me there. I've never read one of those for a male in the mallards, so that's good as well. And hopefully you've enjoyed all the questions I've gone over and the details. So I'm Robert Tube. Please subscribe to YouTube channels. Hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. Bye bye.